more can the Packers do at this point? If you concede, and I don't know that everybody concedes that they made a mistake, but if you want to, for this conversation, if you concede, all right, Aaron, we hurt your feelings and we made a mistake and we didn't tell you,
and
done. Whatever.
I think it's as frustrating as it is. It's as simple as he's done. He doesn't want to be in Green Bay anymore.
All right. He signed a contract. He's got 2 years left on this contract.
Okay, so do a lot of other players.
No, I got it. They don't have to trade him. I mean, I know we have this conversation all the time. Contracts
at some point in time, if he's not going to be your quarterback or if he's not going to show up, ask for the moon and see who pays for it. Okay. Because he did draft a dude in the first round, so there you go.
Well, if you got a guy you're ready to go with, I mean, if you're going to go with that guy anyway, to your point, yeah, see what you can get. What's Denver willing to give you? But I'm not giving him away. I'm just not. I'm not, and I'm not giving in, and I'm not giving him, what he's put you through at this point. And I mean, what did they do to him? They hurt his feelings by not telling him they were going to draft up. Is that the issue? Do they owe it to him to tell him that as a player? I know we have this conversation all the time. Should LeBron be in on who's the head coach? Does the star player of a team have the right? Does the franchise owe it to the star? When you got a superstar of that quality, of that caliber, of a LeBron, of an Aaron James, of Aaron Rodgers, does the franchise owe it to that player to be in, or at least appear to be in, on big decisions?
I think communication is key regardless whether you make the move or not.
Okay.
But I'm with you. This is one where this is a whole lot more than Jordan Love.
Feels that good?
It's just something that's there. But Aaron Rodgers knows what this is all about because he went through the exact same thing.
Yep.
He was that late first-round draft pick, and Brett Favre was there. People are like, you crazy? You think you're going to move on from Brett Favre?
He was Jordan Love. Yeah. Yeah, and now all of a sudden he's Brett Favre. He's going to end up with the Jets, and then he's going to send a picture of his package to a female reporter and get dragged through the news and then end up with a Oh, wait. Is that how this is all going to end up? Oh, no, he's going to end up on...
Well, he doesn't go that far.
All right. 505-246-0610. Kyle Stapley is going to be with us at 9 o'clock. We'll talk Lobo football with the Lobo lineman. Get into baseball last night. Dodgers and Giants in a huge series. Bucks and Suns tonight. It's the opening drive. Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck. Stephanie's taking your calls. 246-0610 on the opening drive. On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
Datacom is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. Datacom has portable AC units for rent. Applications include server rooms, retail outlets, healthcare facilities, laboratories, convenience stores and truck stops, events, concerts, and weddings. All of these units are 120-volt plug and play. Call Louis Ruffin today at 505-507-7722 or go to datacom.com to learn more.
Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck, Micah. Josh produces for you today over on the ProView Network side, where you can watch the show worldwide on ProViewNetworks.com or statewide at Comcast Channel 26.
Hey, welcome to the Steve Davis Show.
Good morning and welcome to the Sports Desk live on Comcast Channel 26.
Welcome to The Point with Nick Rich.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 10, America Talking Out.
I'm Pastor Flora Padilla of Mending Broken Hearts.
Welcome to Henry T. Game Face Live, Comcast 26, and Big Bad ProView Network.
Often imitated, never duplicated. Welcome to Local Focus with Sebastian Noel.
Welcome, sports fans. It's that time of the week again. You are watching the Weekly Rundown.
Hey, welcome to Red Menace TV here on ProView Network.
Hello, I'm Steve Davis. You are watching Public Access TV.
Center fielder, Cade Bell on first. Here's the pitch to Heath. Struck him out. And great pitching by Alvarado. That'll do it for the Tigers in the top of the fifth.
A great crowd for a mid-afternoon game.
Swing and a miss, and there's a strikeout, number 5 for Matt Romero.
Smith talking to the batter here. That's a, oh, wow. Nice, and that's an out.
What did I tell you? That gets over the head of the right fielder. That's going to bring in 2 runs. As Adrian Martinez with the RBI double. Towards the latter part. Pitch, and that's another way for a single. That's going to score 2. That makes the score 9-0. So RBI double. That's going to make it. That's it. It's 10 runs there. 1-0's the count. And this one's high. It's going deep. And it's going to fall in. He's digging for third, and he gets there. Ezra Mestas with the 3-bagger. He gets the triple, and 2 more runs scored.
Steal to third base.
He brought the hot sauce for strike 3.
Small ball team for Reed Fiegel this year. That one is hit on the line to left. It's going to send Avila back to the warning track, to the wall, and he's going to watch it go. It's a solo homer off the bat of Bo Kidd.
We've shown that we can have sporting events even without fans and in a pandemic, but we'll see where that goes. Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck. Stephanie takes your calls at 505-246-0610. Aaron and Adrian producing on the ProView Networks. You can watch the show on our Facebook page, The OD in the AM. Dan said, I was bummed out by Jared, JJ. He said, Jeffrey Juan Jose, no gato Roberto, y gato Estefe. It's not often an OD caller gets me down, but I felt like crap all day yesterday. If tonight's championship game is going to be the final sporting event, why even bother go to Vegas? It's a good point. I mean, if there's not going to be any season, why are we going to Vegas tomorrow?
I think there's going to be a season.
Yeah. Is that right? What do you got there, Steph? What do you got there? Oh, okay. All right, I think there's going to be a season, too. Picking the NBA Finals, Todd said, Jeff, we should do it like the all-new Ben DiNucci show. Who will win? Bucks or Suns? Hammer, go! Who's going to win tonight? Bucks or Suns? Go! Yeah, well, I don't know. I think that Giannis guy, or what do they call him? The Freaky Geeky? Or what's he called? I mean, I don't know. Go! You're on hello. Does that sound close to Ben DiNucci?
Got some work.
That was nice.
I didn't say it wasn't
Never
nice.
said he wasn't nice.
Nobody said he wasn't nice. Nobody said he wasn't nice.
Well, his voice maybe not as aggressive, but I get what you mean.
All right, I just read them. I'm just saying. I just read them. Don't forget Bernie Jean and Bernie Jean among the producers. Yep, Bernie Jean was there for a minute. All right, Bernadette. We're going through producers. Time for another edition of JJ Buck, Get Off My Lawn, or Get Off My Rocks. It's from Jeremy. Last week I was at New Mexico's favorite mega burger place. Hadn't been there in a while. But I swear it wasn't that long ago. You can get a burger for $2 and cheese and chili, and it still came in for less than $2.50. So I just about fell on the floor when I ordered the small combo without any additional accoutrements. That's accoutrements. And the distracted clerk told me it was $8.50. The worst part of it wasn't the significant sandwich, I remember. It was more like a lot of slider. What the heck happened? From Jeremy. When was the last time you were at Blake's and got a burger for $2.50?
28 years ago.
Like, honestly. I mean, there's a dollar menu.
Ever.
There's a dollar menu at McDonald's where I think they've got like a green chili cheese, like the little one, like you can sometimes get for $1 or $1.50 or something. Well, I mean, I haven't been at Blake's in a long time, but yeah, the combo, it doesn't sound like $8.50 is about wrong. Yeah, $2.50? Jeremy, it's been a lot longer than you think it's been. Like, it's been a lot longer than you think it's been. Just saying. Gus says Albuquerque baseball team at a crossroads. Jeff Sugarland has cooled Albuquerque's red hot baseball team. With a trip on deck to enemy stronghold, beautiful El Paso. Tonight's a must win, right? Can't drop a series at home and keep the momentum. No, must win tonight, JJ. How about not must? What did I say? What I called it the other day? Not must win, but kind of got to win.
It's kind of got to win day.
Kind of got to win day. It's not a must win. It's a kind of got to win.
Now with the final stretch, all eyes on the last 10 games of the season.
Will you explain that to me? So I saw they added the games. I missed the whole concept. Then I dug for it and I couldn't find it. So what is the final
You
stretch?
get an extra banner.
So
Best team over the final 10 games.
But you don't go to the playoffs.
No.
What? So they're going to give a banner to the team with the best record of the final 10 games, but that team won't go to the playoffs. Here's a banner to go hang in your ball yard. Come on. I thought they were going to like add an extra team to the playoffs. No?
Final 10 games, baby. Let's go.
Kind of got to win game.
Focus on the final 10.
Kind of got to win game.
Set up your rotation. Be ready to go.
What are we doing? It'll be exciting. Final stretch. I can already hear Dylan. And now, Isotopes Baseball, the final stretch to hang a banner in Rio Grande Credit Union Field at Isotopes Park. It's fun. With the sun, as he says, setting over the Sandias. They don't set over the Sandias, they rise over the Sandias. Remember, is that not close? I hope I
work to do this morning.
I hope I amuse somebody better more than I amuse you. I just looked over. He's like, "Really, dude? We got Aaron Rodgers talking about. We got. And you do."
Oh, I would rather work on our impressions than talk about the Aaron Rodgers story right at this point. 100%.
You got. I mean, I just was writing Dylan's commercials. The sun setting over the Sandias. The food. The people. Sweet Caroline in the third inning.
Can even go Jeff Bezos in his rocket.
Did he get up?
He got up.
Did he make it? Did he get back?
Mm-hmm.
Is he back yet?
The best were all the Austin Powers jokes, because, yeah.
Because
that's a rocket.
But he made it? Is he back home?
Yeah.
It's all safe? He made it? And he got higher.
The edge of space.
We went higher than the other guy, see? Millionaire space. Mine's bigger than yours.
The ozone.
Yeah, my rocket's bigger than yours. I went deeper than you did into space. Is that what we're doing here? On cardboard beds? Oh. Come on, Lenny. Where are you?
Doing?
With your sex hotels. What the hell is going on around here? What the hell happened to this show this morning? All right. Here's where we are. We got NFL stuff. Aaron Rodgers evidently turned down a 2-year extension. Like, why is this such big busting news everywhere?
Because everyone's trying to piece together what it is. Is it he's upset about Jordan Love? Does not like the general manager? Was he not getting paid enough money?
Yes,
well, here's a story that's, you would have been the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. It's not the case.
Yeah, yes,
He doesn't want to live in Green Bay anymore.
He's only got to live there for like 20 weeks a year.
Thank you. I'm done. But as you said, Jeff, he's under contract. It ain't easy. Tom Brady has broke the system again.
Well,
you just got to get to free agency then, and you can be Tom Brady.
And Tom Brady played out his contract and then went and did what he wants to do. Like everybody wants to be Tom Brady because A, he's 43 and still at the top of his game. It seems he's to your point broke the system because he seems like he's got everything, right? As much as people want to say they hate Tom Brady, everybody wants to be Tom Brady. He's got everything. And he figured out how to do it in a system in which you don't get to do it your way. You don't get to go out on your terms. Well, he kind of left New England on his terms. You don't get to go somewhere else late in your career and do it again. Well, he did. He went there and did what Joe Namath and Joe Montana and all these other guys who tried to do it late in their career somewhere else couldn't do. He won somewhere else. Now he's playing golf with Phil Mickelson and yeah. He's got, yes, that's what Aaron Rodgers wants. But he's going to probably have to play out his contract to get there. And that's kind of how that's going to go. Bruin James, good morning. You're on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. Hi, James.
Hey.
Hey.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
What's happening?
Just, I was watching Get Up this morning on ESPN. They're talking about a bunch of things, and one thing I've noticed watching the NBA Finals, it seems like down the stretch, the Suns kind of get tightened up a little bit. It seems like they just kind of, I don't know, they just don't flow as good as they do during the other quarters.
That certainly happened the other night. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other thing I noticed was that the Milwaukee Bucks are, I hate to say this, but a better team without Giannis on the floor. And I heard that before, but I watched it, and it's kind of weird.
How do you figure that?
What are you watching?
Yeah, how do you figure they're better without Giannis?
It seems like the flow of the team goes a little bit better. I mean, I know it's a retarded, but they kind of flow a little bit better.
How have they won the last 3 games then with Giannis on the floor?
It's weird, and I hate to say that, but they do. But he is a big part of their team, and I'm not trying to say anything bad about him, but they do need him, But I was watching it and like, man, they flow better. The ball goes around. They touch it. There's movement. And they look good. But anyway, to end this,
yes,
there was a Bruin that won the championship with Milwaukee, and there's going to be another Bruin's going to win the championship with Milwaukee.
Lou and
there
Drew.
You go. You guys have a good one.
Lou and Drew. So I'll give you one bit in what he said. The ball moves, and they look good without him. They are not better. I just don't know. I've heard this from like 2 different people, and
then how have they won the last 3 games?
Explain to me how
they're
they're
so much better with Giannis off the floor. How are they winning these games and overcoming a 2-0 deficit?
Yeah, they're just not.
Like what are we watching that is so dramatically different?
But see, here's I think where that narrative comes from. They don't fall apart when he's not there. Okay, they won 2 games when he was out. So they're still good. Did the ball move more? I'll give you that. The ball moved more around the perimeter. Yes. Okay, they didn't fall apart. But to say they're better by taking a 2-time MVP out of the lineup, I think is absolutely erroneous. I think
how efficient they've been.
Yes. No, I'm with you on this. They're not better. They don't fall apart without him.
Seeing what he does defensively.
Well, okay, so we had somebody else. Lenny called in and said the two of the best plays in the history of the NBA Finals were him. The block defensively, and then the finish on the oop that put away Game 5. So he won Game 4 and Game 5 with great plays at the end of games. And he's scoring, what's his average? He's 30-something, 35, 37 points a game in the finals? How are you telling me they're better without that guy? I'll listen to they don't fall apart without him. I'll listen to the ball moves better. Oh, maybe. Okay, but that doesn't make them better.
They're not winning the NBA Finals without Giannis. You can beat the Atlanta Hawks without Giannis. Now beating the Phoenix Suns without Giannis.
So maybe they can win a game. Maybe they're different. Maybe they're not horrible, but they're not better. Remember when Anthony Mathis left? I brought this up before. Well, they're better without him. You're not better without one of the best shooters in the country. You're not. Do you fall apart without him? Okay, that's not the reason. I just don't. I've heard this from a couple places in people that are.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
None.
What are we watching that is so dramatically different? Where you think that guy who does some things that other people on this planet can't do with the basketball, that team's better when he's not around.
Nothing. Yeah.
What has happened in the last 3 games?
505-246-0610 if you got hot takes like that. 888-922-0610. Your emails are Jeff or JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. Looks like Adrian's driving solo now on the ProView Network as Aaron takes a nap in the back. Now they finally got him in the building for crying out loud. Rates remain near all-time lows. I'm talking about mortgage rates and why you should call American Financing. Look, they're not going to stay low forever. You kind of need to act now. You could be paying a whole lot less for your home every month. It's true. because interest rates are so low, historic lows, in fact, but they're going to move at some point. You got to take action. As a homeowner, one of the worst things you can do is miss out on lower interest rates, because lower rates mean lower payments. Hundreds of dollars in monthly savings, plus tens of thousands in long-term savings. So you lower your payment, you shorten your term, you consolidate your debt, even access some cash. Whatever you need, American Financing can help. Lower your rate and take your money back with help from American Financing. You could save up to $1,000 a month. With that help, when you choose American Financing, you don't have to reset your loan term. You can choose any term, 10 years and over, because you shouldn't be paying interest on years that you don't need. So call them now. Get pre-qualified for free when you call 423-551-6525. That's 423-551-6525, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 1823334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Looking for a job? Contact Express.
Drive, Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck, Micah. Josh produces for you today over on the ProView Network side, where you can watch the show worldwide on ProViewNetworks.com or statewide at Comcast Channel 26.
Hey, welcome to the Steve Davis Show.
Good morning and welcome to Sports Desk Live on Comcast Channel 26.
Welcome to The Point with Nick Rich.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 10, America Talk It Out.
I'm Pastor Flora Padilla of Mending Broken Hearts.
Welcome to Henry T. Game Face Live, Comcast 26, and Big Bad ProView Network.
Often imitated, never duplicated. Welcome to Local Focus with Sebastian Noel.
Welcome, sports fans. It's that time of the week again. You are watching the Weekly Rundown.
Hey, welcome to Red Menace TV here on ProView Network.
Hello, I'm Steve Davis. You are watching Public Access TV.
Center fielder, Caden Bell on first. Here's the pitch to Heath. Struck him out. And great pitching by Alvarado. That'll do it for the Tigers in the top of the fifth.
A great crowd for a mid-afternoon game. Swing and a miss, and there's a strikeout, number 5 for Matt Romero.
Smith talking to the batter here. That's a, oh, wow. Nice, and that's an out.
What did I tell you? That one's that gets over the head of the right fielder. That's going to bring in 2 runs as Adrian Martinez with the RBI double.
Towards the latter part. Pitch, and that's another way for a single. That's going to score 2. That makes the score 9-0. So RBI double. That's going to make it. That's it. It's 10 runs there.
One owes a count. And this one's high. It's going deep. And it's going to fall in. He's digging for third, and he gets there. Ezra Mestas with the 3-bagger. He gets the triple, and 2 more runs scored.
Steal to third base.
He brought the hot sauce for strike 3.
Small ball team for Reed Fiegel this year. That one is hit on the line to left. It's going to send Avila back to the warning track, to the wall, and he's going to watch it go. It's a solo homer off the bat of Bo Kidd. One nothing Eagles. Just when we were talking about small ball, the Eagles played long ball.
sell me is you're taking one of the best players in the game, two-time MVP, the Freak. Yeah, I was told today he's not human. He's Freakian. Freakian? What would like if you're Greek, you're Grecian, right? So if you're Freak, you're Frisian, right? Would that be right? I mean, because Lenny said he's not human. So Greeks are Grecian. Is that right?
Yes, Grecian.
All right. So if you're Freak, you're Frisian. So he's Frisian, JJ. He's not even human. But they're better without him.
Was that like a real opinion?
Yeah.
Or is that just like, let me call in and see how upset I can make this guy?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Love Bruin James, but he's wrong. He's wrong. Now, he was right with he could have two Bruins win with the Bucks. Lou and Drew. Lou Alcindor and Drew Holiday could be Bruins who win with Milwaukee. But there's no way. Again, you can tell me that they're different. You can tell me that the ball moves differently, and I'll even tender the ball may move better. Or how about not better? More. I'll listen to more. There's no way they're better without Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I don't even know why that would be a talking point at this point when they've won 3 games in a row to take control of the NBA Finals.
All right, let's put it behind me. Put it behind me. Who is going to take Zach LaVine's spot on Team USA? Like, is Team USA going to have enough players to play? If the Bucks don't win tonight,
Trae Young wants to go.
He's dying to go. Why the anti-Trae banter? Like why won't they take Trae? You got a guy who's dying to go, but yet you take. I understand the difference in positions. JaVale McGee. Like I forgot JaVale McGee was even playing anymore.
I can figure about JaVale McGee.
Why
old JaVale McGee?
Did you forget? Well, you didn't. I forgot he wasn't even playing.
On the Nuggets in the season.
Yeah. Out of an abundance of caution, USA Basketball men's basketball team member Zach LaVine has been placed under USA Basketball's health and safety protocols. Will not travel with to the team with Tokyo today. USA Basketball hopes that Zach will be able to join the team later this week. Bradley Beal's out. He was replaced by. Jeremy Grant's out. Devin Booker, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton are kind of busy. How many do they have right now?
Down to 6.
I'm going to tell you that there's a majority of Americans who believe that they should be able to win with 6. Win the gold anyway. Oh, we're America. We got Kevin Durant. What more do we need? We got 6, right? Damn, we should win.
Yeah, so Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum.
Yeah, damn it.
Bam Adebayo.
That's damn right. Damn right.
Green.
Yeah. JaVale McGee.
Keldon Johnson.
Hoorah. So I guess they are optimistic that LaVine will join them. It's not the first time he's been quarantined. He was sidelined for a couple weeks during the regular season. He tested positive for COVID. So theoretically, if you have COVID once, you're not going to get it again, right? So he tested positive back in April. He said he was mostly asymptomatic. He had a headache. It was a 3-week absence. So when he gets there, but they play in 6 days. So what's today? Today is Tuesday, so they play Monday. If the series ends tonight, it'll be Tuesday, Wednesday celebration, maybe Thursday, Friday. So those 3 guys, if the series ends tonight, those 3 guys get their Saturday? I mean, you're traveling around the world. I mean, I'm going to guess Saturday. They play France. That they may have to replace a third player. They've added Keldon Johnson. They've added JaVale McGee. Like what? Kevin Love's out. Bradley Beal's out. USA going to win the gold? And are people going to lose their mind if they don't? Because I'm just telling you that there's a majority of people who believe, if you ask people around the country, is 6 enough if you have Kevin Durant and Jason Tatum? Should you win the gold? Should you beat the rest of whoever's out there?
A lot of people would say yes.
Hell yes. Hell yes. I mean, reality is no. Reality is there's not a chance you should. But I think common opinion amongst Joey Bag of Donuts out there somewhere.
Oh, Dame Lillard. Forgot about him. He's on that.
Oh, yeah, he's on that. Well, hell, you got Dame Lillard and you got Jason Tatum and you got
all right.
Kevin Durant. I mean, hell, you and me can
That's
go out
why
there.
you need JaVale McGee.
That's right.
You don't need to rebound, block a couple shots.
Take
7 minutes. Let's go.
Bang with Paul Gasol.
Yeah.
I mean, how much more do you need? For crying out loud. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. The Olympics are set to start again tonight with competition. Opening ceremonies on Friday, and the Olympic president came out this morning and did not rule out canceling the games. Did not rule it out. How far backwards do we go? I mean, LA's now got mask mandates indoors. You're watching COVID cases spread across the country. When football season starts, do you think we're going to be full capacity for like college football in this state?
In this state?
In this state, we're not going up as much because we're relatively
So here's the thing. I'm not going to guess on that because what good does that do?
Well, I'm going with trends. It doesn't do any good. So that's fair.
I believe we will play sports, and could attendance be impacted?
Yeah.
Yes.
I believe we will play sports. I believe that the seasons will go on. And I believe they'll go on in a manner where there will be travel. I believe that there will be games that will be shut down. You had SEC's commissioner, was it yesterday or the day before, say basically, this is on the teams now. We're not, there's not going to be any makeup games. If they can't play, they're going to forfeit, because he's basically trying to encourage the student athletes and the population to get vaccinated, which is really, really interesting, especially in the part of the world in which they exist, right? And what the vaccination rates are. But Greg Sankey is the SEC commissioner, and he tweeted out the other day, COVID-19 vaccines are widely available, proven to be highly effective, and when people are fully vaccinated, we all have the ability to avoid serious health risks, reduce the virus spread, and maximize our chances to experience college sports and life like we are accustomed. That was his tweet. He went on to say basically that we're not making up games, that there'll be forfeits. Now, I don't know that we're going to get there. You're going to tell me Alabama, Auburn, one team's going to...
No. My question in this, and I'm sure you could ask some people this week, where are we at in terms of a positive test shutting everything down?
Yeah, and Craig Thompson, the Mountain West commissioner, is going to talk, I think, tomorrow afternoon. And obviously...
Because that was what we saw last year.
Yes. Yeah, one positive shuts it down.
Of the pandemic, before people, players, staff, etc., started getting vaccinated, it was a positive test, everyone's in quarantine.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're different than that now. I think, but
that will help get these games played.
Yeah, there's going to be a roster minimum.
Watch everyone else, and then
yes,
go from there.
There will be a roster minimum. But look, in the NFL, they did everything to play games last year. If that's a model, whether you like that model or not, the Broncos played a game without a quarterback last year. I mean, the Broncos played a game without a quarterback. It's something you never thought you'd see. They had a converted wide receiver who played quarterback somewhere back in high school, playing quarterback, and they got smoked. Right? That's where we were. Sankey, the SEC commissioner, said there will not be extra space built into each team's schedule to allow for makeup games. The term forfeit was thrown around at the SEC Media Days 2 days ago. So basically, teams are going to be expected to play each week, and if a team can't put together enough players because of an outbreak, that's on them. And what I'm hearing is expect other conferences to adopt a similar policy. It's interesting that it's coming from that league, because that is a league where it exists in a footprint where vaccination rates are at the lowest in the country, right? In the Southeast. Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, right? Louisiana. And it's not anything but options. We all make choices. So it's going to be interesting to see where that all plays out. Mountain West Media Days start tomorrow, and we'll hear where Craig Thompson in this league is.
You have choices about your fitness, but what if I tell you can get a high-intensity workout, some of the best cardio work, strength work in just 45 minutes? F45 training, high-intensity interval training, fast, fun, and results-driven, and it's going to cost you just 45 minutes of your day. Check them out at F45training.com. Download the F45 app today. Take a look at the schedule of classes. Read about the class description. Sign up for your 7-day free trial. Get in and get going. It is your choice, and when it only costs you 45 minutes, you can fit it into your day. Things are opening up. It's getting busy, but you can't forget about yourself. Can't forget about trying to better your fitness. Or if you're looking for that new challenge, get yourself to the next level. F45 is the gym for you. The atmosphere is fantastic. The trainers are awesome. And once you get in and get going, you're going to want to come back for more. So check them out at f45training.com. Download the F45 app today. Team training, life-changing. I'll see you at F45.
This report is
Center fielder, Caden Bell on first. Here's the pitch to Heath. Struck him out. And great pitching by Alvarado. That'll do it for the Tigers in the top of the fifth.
A great crowd for a mid-afternoon game. Swing and a miss, and there's a strikeout, number 5 for Matt Romero.
Smith talking to the batter here. That's a, oh, wow. Nice, and that's an out.
What did I tell you? That one's that gets over the head of the right fielder. That's going to bring in 2 runs as Adrian Martinez with the RBI double.
Towards the latter part. Pitch, and that's other way for a single. That's going to score 2. That makes the score 9-0. So RBI double. That's going to make it. That's it. It's 10 runs there.
One O's a count. And this one's high. It's going deep. And it's going to fall in. He's digging for third, and he gets there. Ezra Mestas with the 3-bagger. He gets the triple, and 2 more runs scored.
Steal to third base.
He brought the hot sauce for strike 3.
Small ball team for Reed Fiegel this year. That one is hit on the line to left. It's going to send Avila back to the warning track, to the wall, and he's going to watch it go. It's a solo homer off the bat of Bo Kidd. One nothing Eagles. Just when we were talking about small ball, the Eagles played long ball. Good over with 2 outs here. That boy's well hit to left. Coming in on it is Morrison. He drops it, and the Ravens win it.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're #1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend. Visit clarkspets.com.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. They're at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Back at it in the NBA tonight, Milwaukee, Phoenix. Champagne will be on ice. The Larry O'Brien Trophy, JJ, will be in that building, and the dude with the white gloves and the 70s hair will be. Oh, that's the hockey thing.
That is.
Yeah, that's the hockey thing. Opening drive, Jeff Siembieda and JJ Buck. Adrian's producing on the ProView Network side. Stephanie will take your calls at 505-246-0610. You can also use that as the Quan's Auto Care hotline and the NMDOT text line. Send us your text as well. And if you want to go see Dierks Bentley or Brad Paisley or the Foo Fighters, use that. Send Foo, F-O-O, or Dierks, D-I-E-R-K-S, or Brad, B-R-A-D, to 505-246-0610. Hello, Rudy. How you living?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. You know, technology always jumps up and disappoints you. So we were down at the lake Saturday and wanted to tune in to watch the enchantment, and you just couldn't get any connectivity down there. And good old TRC, but that was a tough loss. Kenny and I talked about it. And
how's he doing with that? Because that's, as I was sitting there thinking, that's like, I mean, right up there with all-time tough Lobo losses, and it's not even a Lobo loss.
You know, one thing he said, he said, I guarantee you if we had a 23-point lead when I played, we wouldn't have given it up. And I think that's true.
Yeah,
I don't ever recall UNM giving up a 23-point lead. You know, so that's how basketball's changed, and that ending changes everything too. And it wasn't like UNM, here I go. It wasn't like Enchantment didn't have a couple of shots at winning that game. In fact, they did. So, you know, you just got to get a little better and look at your personnel and see what you can do. But I think they're all committed. And, frankly, the TBT was so impressed that it appears that we're probably going to have a site for the first round, at least, next year, which I think could make all the difference in the world if you're playing, quote-unquote, at home.
Well,
you know?
I think, can you talk about why he didn't have Anthony in the game down the stretch of the fourth quarter? He put him in at the last 2 minutes, but they had no scoring. Did you talk about why? Because he had the 2 point guards in, obviously, to handle the pressure because they weren't handling the pressure well, but they had nowhere to score.
Yeah, and you know, that's the one weakness in Anthony Mathis's game is just ball handling and playing strong. And so they were trying to get some people in there that could break the press, but it's like anything. There came a point where it got, you know, you don't play together and you're not really coached the same way. And so I think from what little I reviewed and saw, you know, some guys got selfish and started taking shots they shouldn't take. And so you learn all that stuff and you go forward. They have every intention of coming back next year and winning some games. And, you know, when you're up by 23, you shouldn't lose, but that ending really changes the dynamics of the game, and they weren't really calling fouls. So, you know.
Either way, they weren't calling fouls.
So. No, so it got pretty rough. So maybe you need some big guys in there at the end of the game. I'm not sure. But, you know, it's things that it was a positive experience for everybody, and even though it was disappointing the way it ended, look at what happened to the Stillwater Stars, I think they were called. Yeah. They got blown out by Eberline.
Yeah,
so
smoked. Yep.
Yeah, just absolutely, absolutely crushed. So that shows you at what level you're going to need to be. So it was a great experience for everybody, and I love that. Moving on, you know, Aaron Rodgers has a problem with the general manager. And this is the dynamic in pro football that will spoil a lot of things. And I don't know why they're that way, but they are, and I just think it's a bad marriage, and it's not going to change. And once you're in a really bad marriage, you either get divorced or you stay in a bad marriage, and you're not as productive. So this is really hurtful to Green Bay, and I think at this point Aaron doesn't care. I think he wants out so bad that he's going to make it so tough on them to keep him that they're going to have to deal him. I just think they're looking for the right situation, don't you? How long can this go on?
Well,
if this goes on the whole camp, you're not going to have a team.
Well, it's either there's going to be a point where he either shows up or he doesn't, and they're going to move on. And so, do they move on by not trading him and just not paying him? I mean, by the same token, how long is Aaron Rodgers going to do this? This is a hell of a game of chicken because Aaron Rodgers. I don't care how much money you've got, Rudy. $36 million, or is that what he's due this year, JJ? 36-ish. Let's just call it 36. $36 million is a lot of money. And
yeah,
I don't care if you're Aaron Rodgers or how many damn episodes of Jeopardy you're going to do. I'm not sure he wants to walk away from that or of a season in his late prime or post-prime.
I have no clue what's going on, but that's about as dysfunctional a team as you can have right now at the worst possible time you can have it. Final thoughts on the COVID pandemic. I don't know if you remember that, but I said this thing isn't over until it's gone through 85% of the population, and because we isolated and did all that other stuff, here it comes. Now you open things up, and people aren't going to go back to where they were before. So I thought that mitigation efforts could have been much different than they were, and I thought that this could have been handled so much different than it was. So now we're basically back to where we started with people who don't want to get a vaccine. And if you don't want the vaccine, then I don't know what the answer is. Jeff and JJ, I guess the answer is you isolate yourself from society, but you can't, So for those people out there that are afraid of the vaccine, come on, grow up, go get the vaccine, and let's all move on.
Thank you, Rudy.
Mm-hmm.
See
Take
you.
care. Thanks for the time.
Right. We're at a threshold. I think we're really kind of at that point, right? If you want it, you've gotten it. If you're not getting it, you're not. Get back to the phones when we come back. 505-246-0610. And you can send the text to the NMDOT text line at that same number. Albuquerque finally has a first-class, world-class sports memorabilia shop where you can go and find unique signed items from your favorite sports personalities, entertainment, music, movies. It is insane what they've got in there. Spent 2 hours in All in Autographs the other day just walking around looking at the stuff they've got, from Pete Rose stuff to Prince guitars to movie stuff that they've got, posters. It's amazing. If you're looking for a gift for that person who has everything, you will find something in All in Autographs that fits that person's taste and that they're going to want. And by the way, you're going to want something too. You're going to want something to put in your office or into your home, something that you're going to fall in love with. All in Autographs is at 2225 Wyoming Northeast, just to the south of Manal. You can call them at 505-504-7575. If you tell them you heard it here on the opening drive, you get $25 off of your purchase of $100 or more. All in Autographs also has events. Card trading night on the 22nd, which is in 2 nights from now? What's today, 20th? Then Texas Hold'em the next night. Wine and whiskey tasting on the 24th. Next month, coming in for signings and meet and greets, Lincoln Kennedy, Steve Garvey, Nick Lowry, Rick Barry. All in Autographs is incredible. Go check this place out. You will find something that you love, whether you're a movie buff, a history buff, or you love sports. All in Autographs, 2225 Wyoming Northeast. Again, $25 off, $100 or more if you tell them you heard them here on the opening drive.
Staples Connect. For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend. Visit clarkspets.com.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. They're at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
Cheese is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Here at Legacy, we are here to disciple people by helping them connect with God, grow in relationships, and live generously.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend. Visit clarkspets.com.
A rogue virus, no jobs, sky-high tuition debt. Life is trying to put our generation on the sidelines. But we refuse to just sit back and watch it pass us by. Instead, watch us fly ahead. Watch us overcome anything. Watch us rise. Watch us change our world. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a #1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Calling all football players, are you looking to develop your skills this season? It's never too late or too early to put in the work. Coach Carl Barrere and the Air Barrere program at 8 Grady's Performance Center provide comprehensive position training for aspiring football players at all levels. Whether you're looking to increase your speed, gain strength, or hone your skill, we train all positions with a team of experienced coaches who know what it takes to succeed at all levels from Yaffle to college. Check us out at 8gradys.com to learn more and sign up for training today.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green
and keep the community green as well.
Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment.
You trash it,
we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
All right, so enchantment goes down. Rudy kind of give you a little bit of a what happened. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. There's Bluebell ice cream. Steph, how is it?
It is delicious.
JJ, how is it? Are you just looking at
Can't
it?
tell you.
Is it going to turn into soup?
It's going to turn into a milkshake.
Is it really? It's good. What is
all
it?
the boys
It might even be better as a milkshake.
The coconut cream? Is that what you got? Who knows what kind of cake Edward's
It's
going
a
to bring?
coconut cream pie, and literally it has the chunks of the crust, and you can taste the
Really?
coconut. It's awesome.
All right, well, save some for Wednesday for our celebration for 13 years.
Yeah.
And then when Edward brings a cake, we'll be able to put that on top.
Send some melted ice cream over to ProView.
There you go, ProView guys. Edward, good morning.
Hey, did I hear the back cake signal this morning?
Yeah. We got 13 years on Wednesday. 13 years this show's been on the air.
You know what? That's awesome. I've seen the progression and the growth, and I've learned and shared, and we've laughed. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Hey, by the way, don't make me laugh, Jeff. By the way, Sphinx Cat, did you know that ice cream stays in your lower intestines like almost 70 days?
I thought you said 120 days last time. You got to get your numbers right. I swear you said 120 days last time.
Well, I did want to ask you, because I've been a little bit discombobulated. The Olympics, are they in Tokyo, Oklahoma this year?
Yes,
I didn't know. I was going to ask you.
Tokyo, Oklahoma. Yesterday, you called in and talked about how the Lobos were, the enchantment went all the way to Oklahoma for that, Wichita, Oklahoma. Yeah.
Hey, did I hear that the Wichita State, their former players, their name is the Aftershock?
It was awesome.
That is awesomeness.
And by the way, that game, so I watched that game the other night. The Aftershocks played a Creighton alumni team, the Blue Crew. And, they had those old Missouri Valley battles for years and years when they were in the same league. And it was at Wichita. In the crowd, it was like a Wichita State home game. Like, it was the atmosphere. It's what Rudy's talking about, trying to get one of those in the pit next year. It was, Jay, did you catch that Aftershocks game? And they won on, what's my boy's name? Frank Camp with Connor off the steal. He scored the winning bucket, and the place went nuts like they had just won a championship, and well, they won a second round game in TBT, which was pretty cool. But yeah, that atmosphere was awesome.
Would love to see it. When one of my cousins played football at New Mexico State, he was a linebacker, a pretty good player. They were in the Missouri Valley Conference, and Larry Bird from Indiana State hit a half-court shot at the Pan American Center. And Steve Coulter of New Mexico State Lower was a phenomenal player. I believe he played for the Blazers for several years with Michael Cage from San Diego State, if I'm not mistaken.
I think, I think it was on the Clippers. And I heard that Larry Bird guy was pretty good.
Larry, that guy wasn't a great athlete like Thomas Edward Brady, but he won 3 consecutive MVPs and dominated the Boston sports area for about a decade. So yes. Hey, the reason I called, other than sharing general information, is I like Chris Paul's game. I think we put the cart before the horse a little bit in calling him a top 5 point guard. And JJ brought up the legacy, which is a very good point. And I looked at the point guards in our half century of watching basketball, JJ and Jeff. Of course, there's Magic and Isaiah and the Big O and Jason Kidd and Stockton. I mean, who are you knocking out of that top 5? LeBron's been a better point guard even though he's not considered one. Then there's Curry, Jerry West, Tony Parker, Damon Lillard, Bob Cousy, Steve Nash, Allen Iverson. So let's pump the brakes just a little bit on calling Chris Paul a potential top 5 point guard all time. Statistic-wise, he has great statistics that he's delivered for the duration of his career. But, when I look at him, I look at a guy like Rod Strickland and Mark Jackson, in that realm. Now, if he delivers a championship and he could shut me up tonight and on Thursday night,
then he changes.
Then that changes. But for now, I mean, he's in a different tier, right?
I think Mark Jackson's a really good comparison, don't you? Mark Jackson was a really good point guard. Didn't win a championship.
Phenomenal. Yeah, he was great. A great point guard. I remember Mo Cheeks in that 83 team from Philly, that great Philly team. But when I watched Rod Strickland play all those years for Portland, that guy was incredible. And he's a very good comparison to Chris Paul. So anyway, I just thought I'd share those names with you. But I'm looking forward to those Olympics in Tokyo, Oklahoma. So I might get some tickets, for opening ceremonies.
Yeah, get on the bus and get out there.
Have a great day, guys.
See you. Look, Mark Jackson had a great career. To be compared with John Stockton and Mark Jackson,
pretty good,
is nothing to be ashamed of. I think you'd like to have a championship, though. That's all. And to your point on his legacy, on Chris Paul's legacy, yeah, there's a lot riding on the next couple of games, if there is 2. And tonight's maybe the biggest night of his career.
And it's with the way he's played.
Yeah.
It's not just, Chris Paul kind of hanging on, chasing that ring at the end. He's had 40-point games. He's been talked about as the biggest reason this team was able to make the jump. And for him to still be on the court, still be playing those minutes, then those expectations are on your shoulders.
Yeah, it's fair, and it's the way that's going to be. And, so that's what he's playing for tonight. All right, we're going to talk football when we come back. Kyle Stapley's scheduled to be with us. The Lobo Super Senior will be 26 years old in November. Going to anchor that offensive line for UNM. Coming back, going to Vegas for Conference Media Summit tomorrow. Looking forward to talking some football with Kyle Stapley, who's always a good conversation. That's coming up next. Happy Tuesday. Glad you're with us on ProView Networks, where Adrian is producing there. Aaron's just sitting back, wishing he had some Bluebell ice cream. Coconut cream with the chunks in it, right? The crust. I'm not having any. But y'all can have some. It's on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. They're at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Here at Legacy, we are here to disciple people by helping them connect with God, grow in relationships, and live generously.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend. Visit clarkspets.com.
A rogue virus. No jobs. Sky-high tuition debt. Life is trying to put our generation on the sidelines. But we refuse to just sit back and watch it pass us by. Instead, watch us fly ahead. Watch us overcome anything. Watch us rise. Watch us change our world. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Calling all football players, are you looking to develop your skills this season? It's never too late or too early to put in the work. Coach Carl Barrere and the Air Barrere program at 8 Grady's Performance Center provide comprehensive position training for aspiring football players at all levels. Whether you're looking to increase your speed, gain strength, or hone your skill, we train all positions with a team of experienced coaches who know what it takes to succeed at all levels from Yaffle to college. Check us out at 8gradys.com to learn more and sign up for training today.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green.
And keep the community green as well.
Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment.
You trash it,
we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Now, voted the best sports show in New Mexico for 5 years running. Don't sweat the technique. This is the opening drive with two-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Siembieda, and J.J. Buck. Don't sweat the
Closer and closer we get to your football season. Lobos will open up September 2nd at University Stadium against Houston Baptist. Tomorrow, a select few will be in Las Vegas for Mountain West Conference Media Day tomorrow and Wednesday. Looking forward, actually tomorrow is Wednesday. Tomorrow and Thursday. Looking forward to being there and having conversations. We just figured we'd give Kyle Staple a little, a run. Not that he's not incredibly good. He's terrific in these situations. But just wanted to get him accustomed a little bit to what's going up. Opening drive, Jeff Siembieda and J.J. Buck. We are now joined by a Lobo super senior who was honorable mention All Mountain West last year and will be in Vegas this week taking all sorts of questions. I know that's going to be the highlight of his summer. Kyle Stapley joins us this morning. How you doing, Kyle?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Excellent. Appreciate you spending some time with us. Are you already in Vegas, or when do you head over?
No, we head out tomorrow morning.
All right, we might be on the same flight then. You looking forward to this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So talk about this because there's excitement. I don't know that anybody loves talking to the media over and over and answering the same questions, but for you guys, it feels like we've talked to Danny a lot and talked to a few players. It feels like there is a different feel. Everybody's excited, I think, to get back to some sense of whatever normal means. But around this program, there feels like there's real excitement.
Oh, for sure. I think, the way we ended last year, having 2 wins right before the end of the season, definitely helped kick the momentum going into the off season. And then that's something we've just carried all the way through. And, you can feel the excitement in the community building. And it's just something it's a different feel around here. And guys are kind of buying into that. And you can tell the players are just more excited.
A lot of the excitement is kind of with a guy that you'll probably become well acquainted with, and that's Terry Wilson, the quarterback who transferred from Kentucky. I don't know how much time you've spent with him, and Coach Gonzalez will tell us, as he did, he hasn't won the job, and he didn't say yet. It's a competition, and I think we all understand that. But have you spent time with him, and if you have, what do you think of him?
Yeah, we've all been spending time together. One thing we've really pushed this offseason is building better relationships between our teammates. And so that includes spending more time off the field together. But Terry's a great guy. He's a great fit for the program. He fits our culture. He's a dude that comes in, puts his head down, and goes to work every day. So he's awesome. Yeah, I really enjoy working with him.
Kyle, why did you decide on one more year with the Lobo football team?
Well, I feel like we've started something. Like we're in the process of building something here, building the program back. And I didn't quite feel like it was where I wanted to be at the end of last year. And so when they offered me the opportunity to come back and see it through for one more year, I couldn't turn it down. I wanted to come back and have a regular season, play in Albuquerque, not live in a hotel for 6 weeks. All of it was just too good to walk away from.
You sure it wasn't just you don't want to go out in the real world and get a job and start life? Because I would have accepted that, and actually I probably would have done that if I was you.
That's a little bit of it. I'm also working on finishing my master's degree, and so the extra semester, this extra fall, is going to help me finish it without having to pay for any classes. So that's another big reason.
No, I respect all of that.
Student-athlete piece is still real in this. We're talking with Lobo Center Kyle Stapley. Kyle, what did you learn about yourself last season?
Well, I think Vegas, and that whole situation, and I think we learned to appreciate the game, especially myself, like not to take anything for granted, because last year was just such a roller coaster of we're going to play a season, we're not going to play a season, oh, we're going to play a season, never mind, it's shut down again. So it kind of makes you respect everything you have. Don't take for granted the summer workouts. We didn't get this opportunity last year, really. We didn't have time to be around each other. You didn't have time to be with your boys, be on campus. It's just all the little things that go into it. A lot of times get overlooked, but I think I've realized how grateful I am.
Kyle, in addition to everything you guys had to do, which was unlike anybody else in the country had to deal with, is just go somewhere else and play, you're dealing with a new coaching staff. Everything was new. You'd been here with the previous coaching staff, and then the new staff comes in. So everything was new. It was a learning curve. What did you learn about this staff, and what have they brought to the program that has brought this energy and this sense of looking forward with a good feel and some sort of some confidence in the program?
I would say the biggest thing is a sense of pride. You hear Coach Gonzalez talk about all the time protecting the past, present, and the future of the University of New Mexico here. And so this staff has done awesome of, filling us in on the history, making us learn about past teams that had success and why they had success, as well as just looking at what worked for them and learning about the culture that is here that I think was forgotten for a little while, about trying to be that bully on the block, trying to be the toughest team in the Mountain West. Might not be the most talented, but you're going to feel us the day after you play us. And I think that's brought a lot of the energy. I think that's what's had guys buying into the culture, because guys want to be a part of that. They see where the program's been and where it can go, and it's exciting.
It's really interesting.
Want to be a part of that success.
Yeah, it's really interesting you bring up history, because I think a lot of guys would say, okay, who cares what happened in the past? But it feels like because this staff, Jason Lensmeyer, your position coach, your head coach, and the defensive coordinator were part of it. Does that lend the legitimacy, the credit to that? Because I think if a bunch of guys came in and talked about the past, it feels like young men would just go, yeah, whatever, that's cool, but we're living in the now. So is it because those guys were the past, they legitimately lived it, and this program was something that you want to be? Is that why it has credence?
Oh, for sure. That brings validity to what they have to say, is the fact that they were here. You look at Coach Lensmeyer. He was in our seat. He talks to us all the time about his time at UNM, and getting through it as a player. And so they're way more relatable because, they were here. They saw it firsthand. Coach Lensmeyer was a part of it as both a player and a coach. So when they say it, it's easier to believe it because they did it. It's not like they're just talking of some stories. They're bringing up things that they did and were a major part of.
Talking to Kyle Stapley, Lobo center. He's a super senior and will anchor the Lobo offensive line this season.
Kyle, you were snapping footballs all the way down to QB5 on the depth chart last year, but you guys were able to be successful. And offensively, with what Derek Warheim has brought to the table, I think it's very intriguing. So what has it been like in this offense and what you guys can do now moving forward?
Well, you guys talked about last year, everything was new. And then with the whole quarantine and everybody gets sent home, that kind of put us back a little bit as far as spending time together in the offense. So the biggest thing we're taking away from this offseason is the opportunity to really dive into the offense, right? Really make sure we have it down, really learn everything that can be a part of it, and run it a lot crisper than we did last year. We had some success, but we want to be a little more balanced this year, not, just putting it in tight zone every 3 plays out of 4, but.
Do you have playmakers? So I think people feel relatively secure at quarterback. There's guys coming back on the offensive line. I know you've got one position that certainly that you got to fill. Do you have playmakers on the outside? Because I think there's running backs. Is there enough offense skill to be explosive like you want to be?
Oh, for sure. We got a number of young guys coming up through the program that are having a phenomenal offseason. Guys are putting in the work. Guys are learning their assignments, and they're playing for each other. We got dudes that are making plays in 7-on-7, and, you watch them run routes on air. And, yeah, we got some guys that are going to surprise you.
Just a couple more minutes. Kyle Stapley's with us, Lobo offensive lineman.
Now, Kyle, you mentioned that the program wasn't where you wanted it to be yet before you moved on. So when you think ahead to this season, what kind of atmosphere are you hoping to see at University Stadium and the kind of reaction from the fans being able to be back at your games?
We're really excited to have people back, and hopefully we can get as many people as we can here at University Stadium. I mean, I'm hoping to see this place packed. You see pictures of seasons before, and, there's been a couple times here. You think back to New Mexico State, games like that where they're packed. But I want to see that consistently. I want to put on something on the field that those fans can be proud of and give them a reason to come out.
Yeah. You're going to go face the media from around the conference. What are you anticipating will be the most asked question of you, and what's the message that you want to bring to the media around this league?
I think everybody's going to ask us about how we're feeling coming into the year. They're obviously going to ask about the quarterback situation. People are going to pick our brains about that kind of stuff. But the biggest message I want to get across and bring in is that this is a different Lobos team. This isn't a team you've seen in the past. We saw glimpses of it last year, but this is a different team. We're going to be a team that's more put together. We're going to be a tougher team, and we're going to be a way more physical team.
And Kyle, the follow-up that is going to be why? Why would you be different? You've been this way for the better part of a decade now. Why is it going to be different?
Well, just look at everything going on, and I understand that. Things have been the way they are, and there's a reason people pick us last. They're like, we've earned that. But that's something we're changing here. There's a new culture. There's a new feel around this staff. There's a new level of buy-in among the players. So sit back and watch. It's going to be an exciting year.
It's one thing that everybody talks, and I think winning those last two games were a big deal. What does Danny Gonzalez, Rocky Long, Jason Linsmeyer bring? You touched on a little bit on the history and the credibility and the validity because they've done it. But what do they bring on a day in and day out basis that's got you believing that it will be different? Because for you to come back and commit for 6 years is a big deal.
Mm-hmm. I think the biggest thing they bring is energy. They care. And they care about us as players and more than just football. Coach Linsmeyer has been a huge part of my life since the day he got here. Texting me, calling me. I mean, I think he knew about my engagement before anybody else did, just from asking questions. So there's a level of them caring about us. And also, because of that, they can push us better. Having those relationships, they can motivate us different. They understand how to motivate us as individuals as well as a team. So it's just a whole better feel here.
Yeah. Lastly, you've got a big red beard, but you're kind of a gray beard. You're going to be 26 years old during this football season. You're in the locker room with a bunch of 17, 18, 19-year-old kids. You feel any different than when the first day you walked on campus? Do you feel like an old man at times, or are you still the young guy relating with them?
I mean, I feel old every now and again, especially when guys start talking about when they graduated, and I tell them I graduated in 2014. They look at me a little bit funny, but no, I feel good. I relate to all the guys. We've got a wonderful group of dudes in here. So it's awesome. Yeah. It's a good time.
All right, safe travels. I'll see you in Vegas. Probably have lunch with you tomorrow afternoon or something. But appreciate you spending some time with us. Best of luck this season, and I know we'll talk again, Kyle.
All right, thank you guys for having me.
Be well. Kyle Stapley, Lobo Senior, gray beard, red beard. There was a piece. Yeah, no, I don't want to go out in the real world. They're going to pay for school. Let me play football again.
Wait a second. Work? Let's play football.
Tell me you wouldn't do the same thing.
Sign me up.
He's finishing out his masters. Let them pay for it. Let me play football
name,
again.
image, and likeness. Do some beard advertising.
Perfect.
Boom.
He is just perfect. Respond to that when we get back at 505-246-0610. Buying a home right now will give you an opportunity to lock into some of the lowest mortgage rates in history. American Financing will get you pre-approved so you can make an offer with confidence. Look, as we get used to whatever the new now is, it's become very apparent that space is an issue. And luckily, with mortgage rates so low, near record lows, in fact, making a slightly bigger purchase, a slightly bigger home, is much more affordable. So whether it's your first home, your next home, your forever home, or even an investment home, American Financing is there and ready to help. From pre-qualification to securing the best rate and everything else along the way, American Financing has you covered. No pressure, no obligation experience. It's focused on you. So what are you waiting for? With rates still incredibly low, there's never been a better time to make your move. Pre-qualify for free by calling 423-551-6525. That's 423-551-6525, or visit them online, AmericanFinancing.net, NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Foo Fighters.
Here at Legacy, we are here to disciple people by helping them connect with God, grow in relationships, and live generously.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend. Visit clarkspet.com.
A rogue virus. No jobs. Sky-high tuition debt. Life is trying to put our generation on the sidelines. But we refuse to just sit back and watch it pass us by. Instead, watch us fly ahead. Watch us overcome anything. Watch us rise. Watch us change our world. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Calling all football players, are you looking to develop your skills this season? It's never too late or too early to put in the work. Coach Carl Barrere and the Air Barrere program at 8 Grady's Performance Center provide comprehensive position training for aspiring football players at all levels. Whether you're looking to increase your speed, gain strength, or hone your skill, we train all positions with a team of experienced coaches who know what it takes to succeed at all levels from Yaffle to college. Check us out at 8gradys.com to learn more and sign up for training today.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green.
And keep the community green as well.
Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment.
You trash it, we smash it.
Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
The Sports Animal.
Now, that's a dude I always enjoy having a conversation with, and I think the media around the league is going to enjoy Kyle Stapley. Talking about the credibility. You know, This is an incredibly unique group of coaches that they were able to assemble at UNM. And Danny Gonzalez has said the best recruiting job besides his wife he's ever done is getting Rocky Long here. You got a first-year head coach who was very successful at a good level as a defensive coordinator, who comes back to his alma mater where they had success and brings back a guy who is the winningest head coach in the history of this league, the winningest head coach in the history of this program, to be his defensive coordinator. Brings back an offensive lineman, former offensive lineman, offensive line coach, who has had incredible success. And automatically, to Kyle Stapley's point, the attention of the young men in that locker room, it becomes increased. All of a sudden, boom, I'm hearing a different message from guys who have been there and done it here, and it resonates. And I'm not telling you the former staff wasn't giving them the right message, but obviously whatever is being said, by whom it is being said, and in the manner in which it is being said, is resonating exponentially more than it was previously.
It's all about timing.
Yeah.
Because this is stuff you can't do over and over. You know, the alumni coming back, it's, you know, that can't be every coach, because then you'll get a sense of guys going like, hey, all right, here we go again. But it's, you know, the program had bottomed out. You needed new energy, new life brought in, these players looking for, you know, what's the direction, what are we going to be? And then when you have guys that have been there, done that, and they can show you, and it wasn't 40, 50 years ago. You know, it's you go back 15 years and to say, hey, this, for you, it might seem like a long time, is just getting to college, but this is something that can be done, can compete, people will respond, but this is the level of work that we have to do. This has to be our mentality to get to this point.
And I can show you colored moving pictures of when it actually happened.
Here's video, here's photographs.
It's in color. It's, all of that is right. It's somewhat amazing. And Kyle just got married, and you know what? I wish I would have seen that. Congratulations to Kyle. Just getting married and all the great stuff that's happening in his life. What's going on over there in the messaging? Messaging is one thing, and then turning it into action. And you're going to say, Jeff, what action? And I think that's fair. They won 2 games at the end of the season. And this case is different. I am much more on the import of winning the last game than you are, but I think you were on my side in this case because it was the first season and it was the last 2 games.
It's all about win.
And yeah. Yes. Well, but the last two games are always going to be win. But in a season like that, it was important because they
only won the last 2 in year 4,
and you're to become 3-11 or whatever. Yeah, I got you. But the import of winning those last 2 games, I think has been. I don't even know how to quantify what it meant to win those last 2 games for this program with the offseason momentum, whether it's ticket sales, whether it's recruiting, whether it's excitement around the community, whether it's swagger, whatever it is. I think it was incredibly big to win those last 2 games, don't you?
Yes.
There's just a bit of swagger around, like we can do it. And for the coaching staff, I think it was so important because you can preach toughness and preach our way all we want. Hell, you're down to QB5 and you beat Wyoming and Fresno State, who regularly beat you up. Now all of a sudden you're saying, see, if we stick to this plan, look what we can be. And so the coaching staff was preaching and preaching and preaching, and then to see results, it's like anything else, man. You've got to see a reward for your work. And these young men saw a reward for their work, and it puts you into the offseason. And you could talk to Jarek about it tomorrow, I think. You know, just what did winning those last 2 games mean? We didn't ask Kyle, but he kind of alluded to it. All of a sudden, boom, damn, we can do this. Wow, there is something to what they're talking about. This mess works, not them just telling me it works.
Everything. The fact that you spent an entire season in Las Vegas, you won those last 2 games, the walk-on freshman quarterback from Rio Rancho, all of these storylines hitting at once into an offseason that's been as normal as it can be at this point in time, leading into year 2, finally people getting to experience the excitement, fingers crossed, firsthand, out of that stadium, seeing Danny Gonzalez on the sideline, seeing Rocky along back there with that defense, and all other things coming together. Now, this is what you want. This is what you hope for when you hire a coach, is the whole refresh, reset, building foundation.
I'm interested to hear what Jarek has to say tomorrow when you talk to him about the defense and the evolution of the defense and what it means to have a guy like Rocky Long now, a year plus into this program, going into year 2 as your position coach, not as your head coach. Not as your head coach, but as your position coach, the guy that's in the room, the guy who's not, dealing with the media every day and doing all that stuff, but just being a coach who is recognized as one of the best defensive minds in college football, who is the winningest coach in the history of this league and in this program. And what it meant, because I told you yesterday, I believe this team is a bowl team this year because I believe in what Rocky Long and Danny Gonzalez do defensively, and I think in a second year with improved athletes and guys knowing the program, I think defensively they have to be better. I think just period, they're going to get better just because of the system. I think you bring in an SEC-proven quarterback, a super senior quarterback who has won in the best conference in America, won 2 bowl games, won 10 games, and has the way he does it, who's a dual threat, who is a leader. You've got a senior, super senior on the offensive line. You've got talent at running back. I just, JJ, this isn't me buying into Lobo hype, year after year. This is me just saying I think defensively they've got to get better because they always have under the system. You're bringing me in a veteran quarterback who's won at the highest level in this game, and you've got some playmakers. To me, I think they're a bowl team.
And 9 of the 14 players using an extra year of eligibility, the quote-unquote super seniors, are on the defensive side of the football. And you have a couple of those guys, like Joey Noble could be the best defensive player on the entire unit, defensive line. You have a Patrick Peak back at safety. Tony Collar, who stepped up towards the end of the season at cornerback, so that's going to be a big part of this team. And, oh, by the way, you mentioned Jarek Reed, who was a first-team All-Mountain West defender, coming back now for his 3rd season as Lobo.
And I know that's a lot of pressure. Saying in the second year, like when Danny got here, would you say year 2 they should be a bowl team? You'd have probably said no.
But I would have said no.
No, right? You'd say no. But now with the super senior piece, with the transfer super senior quarterback, and again, the term super senior is a Kyle Stapley, a Terry Wilson, who have opted to utilize that free COVID year because everybody who played last year did not burn a year of eligibility. So to use that free year that was offered and to come back, I mean, you got a guy like Stapley, who's the anchor of the line, one of the best linemen in the league. An SEC-proven quarterback who I know he hasn't won the job yet, right? Danny didn't say yet, but it's a competition. But I think every one of us is expecting Terry Wilson to be the quarterback. A defense that, under those coaches, with that system, with that many guys back, and got better towards the end of last year. I'm not telling you I think they're going to win the championship. I'm not telling you I think they're going 12-0. But I think this team has a real opportunity to be a bowl team. And you start looking, I think this is the year they beat Colorado State, finally. Can they beat Utah State? I think they can. Can they beat Houston Baptist, New Mexico State, and UTEP? I mean, certainly they can. Can they find another 1 or 2 along the way? Wyoming, Fresno State, San Diego State has got quarterback issues. They play UNLV? They don't, do they?
Yes, they do.
They do. All right. So, you tell me if that's putting too much pressure on a team in their second year to say I think they can be a bowl team. When we come back, one of the favorites in the NFC has lost its starting running back for the season, and we haven't even opened camp yet. I'll tell you who that is.
You just heard football player talk about being tougher. Well, what does it take to get to that next level? And just think about your life and being better in certain areas. You know how you can do that with your fitness, your physical health. We've heard so much about health over the last year, but as we get back, instead of just focusing on staying away from things, let's get back to fitness, working out in the gym. And F45 functional training, just 45 minutes, high intensity interval training, fast, fun, and results driven. Absolutely love the new program they dropped this past month. You go to class, you're hitting different things every single day. You're not going to get overloaded on one thing. We're talking cardio work, strength training. but a full body functional fitness workout, which hits a variety of exercises and tempos. So you're not going to get stagnant. You're not going to be doing one thing for 45 minutes. You're going to be constantly moving. And at the end of that 45 minutes, you're going to look down at your watch or your Lionheart and go, man, I was able to accomplish all that in 45 minutes. Absolutely. So check them out at F45training.com. Download the F45 app today. Take a look at the schedule of classes available at the Northeast Heights location, the time, and also sign up for your 7-day free trial. Book your class on the app. Guarantee your spot in that class. So you're not going to show up and be like, oh, there's too many people here, I can't work out. Once it's booked, you are in. F45training.com. Download the app today. Team training, life-changing. I'll see you at F45.
The sport. Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend. Visit clarkspet.com.
A rogue virus. No jobs. Sky-high tuition debt. Life is trying to put our generation on the sidelines. But we refuse to just sit back and watch it pass us by. Instead, watch us fly ahead. Watch us overcome anything. Watch us rise. Watch us change our world. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Calling all football players, are you looking to develop your skills this season? It's never too late or too early to put in the work. Coach Carl Barrere and the Air Barrere program at 8 Grady's Performance Center provide comprehensive position training for aspiring football players at all levels. Whether you're looking to increase your speed, gain strength, or hone your skill, we train all positions with a team of experienced coaches who know what it takes to succeed at all levels from Yaffle to college. Check us out at 8gradys.com to learn more and sign up for training today.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
Next in line.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. DCE Systems want to help schools reopen and keep students, teachers, and staff safe. New Mexico's distributor of no-valent Shield Plus, an antimicrobial hand sanitizer that lasts 24 hours. That's right, 24 hours. 1 liter will provide approximately 2,000 individual applications. Call Louis Ruffin today at 505-507-7722 or go to dcesystems.inc.com to learn more. DCE Systems is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend. Visit clarkspet.com.
Opening up college and pro, and you're starting to think about your fantasy teams and all that mess. It's a big injury before camps open. Rams running back Cam Akers probably out for the entire season. Ruptured his Achilles whilst working out. He got tested. It was confirmed. Adam Schefter's reporting it, so it's got to be right. Rams haven't made a formal announcement yet, though. But this is a guy in 13 seasons, was with the Rams, was their leading, or 13 seasons, 13 games last season, was the Rams' leading rusher, 625 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he had a rib injury. So this is a big hit for them. They've got Darrell Henderson, Malcolm Brown. They'll sign somebody else. I don't know what else the Rams drafted, but it's a big hit for them.
Big hit, but doesn't change much.
Why do you say that?
Running backs, dime a dozen in this league.
They are a dime a dozen. I'll give you that. This was a pretty good one. They drafted him high. I'm looking to see who else. I mean, who else is there, right? You've got Malcolm Brown, Xavier Jones, Raymond Callis. I don't even know who that is. Calais from Louisiana. So
I saw the story too. People reminding everyone when C.J. Anderson signed and they went on their Super Bowl run.
Yeah, they did.
And that was late in the season.
Yeah.
So it's a bummer. And Cam Akers, good rookie season, was set to have a solid role in that offense. But it's one we go, you have Matthew Stafford, who you believe can give you a little bit more pep, can make some more explosive plays downfield, can be a little bit more aggressive. So you're set there on the quarterback position. You're set on the outside. You can find a running back to get by at this point.
Yeah, they'll find a running back. Like if there's a position, is there a running back in this league? Maybe Christian McCaffrey really changed the way Carolina went. I mean, there aren't a lot of running backs that you would say he goes out and their fortune changes. McCaffrey would be the guy, right? Dalvin Cook, maybe?
Derrick Henry.
Okay. Yeah, the way those three teams are really built around that running back. And McCaffrey, because he's so active catching passes out of the backfield. Derrick Henry, they run so much of their offense through him, giving him the ball, power running. And I think Dalvin Cook is just so much of what Minnesota does. Do you think somebody else? So you take Clyde Edwards-Helaire out of Kansas City, you don't think they're dead. You take...
because they went to the Super Bowl without him.
Right. No, that's my point, kind of. I mean, is there another running back that you say, man, if they take him out, I mean, Saquon Barkley maybe.
Because guys that, yeah, it's a bummer, but it's a bummer for your fantasy team more than real life. Like, it was Saquon Barkley the difference for the Giants last year? Is he
I just don't know. I don't know because he wasn't healthy. Did it stunt their growth? Yeah, I think Saquon Barkley might be in that conversation because what were they without him? What would they have been with him is a fair question, but what were they without him? You got a young quarterback who's trying to figure it out. You took away their running game. They went through Gallman and what was the guy who used to play for the Falcons? Freeman. They went through. I mean, how many running backs did they run through there week after week after week after week after week?
Yeah, they went through a lot.
But and they can never get traction with their running game. Now, granted, they were inconsistent in the passing, but I think that was
worth 4 wins.
Well, not worth 4, maybe 2.
So I would put them at.
Would have put them in the playoffs.
8-8. Well, could have won the division.
I'd have put them in the playoffs. Yeah. No, I think 2. Yeah, I think he could be worth 2 games. Absolutely. In that offense, absolutely, I do. Yeah, you don't.
No, I think the biggest thing was, as you said, the development. Because, like, Daniel Jones is that guy now. On the list, the Jeff Siembieda now or never list, Daniel Jones is now on it this season. Is this going to work out for the Giants?
Yeah, no, your now or never list. I think, this season, for your make or break quarterback season list, I think it's Drew Lock if he plays, assuming that they don't get Aaron Rodgers. I think it's Drew Lock. I think it's Derek Carr again. I mean, Garoppolo's already. I think his fate is sealed. I think Jameis is on that list, as is Cam Newton. Right? It's now or never. You're either going to do it now or you're not. I'm not willing to put Jared Goff on that list. I think he may have 2 years, but I think Kirk Cousins is on that list. You got Daniel Jones on that list. You're not giving him another year?
He's on that list right now.
So Daniel Jones, do you think Tua's on that list? Only in his second year, or do you give him another year?
He started like 4 games last year.
I understand.
No.
But they're a really good team aside from him. Okay. So I think that's your list. And maybe, is Carson Wentz on that list?
No.
Okay. So your list of make or break quarterbacks.
So I think Carson Wentz is going to have a good season.
I think he's going to have a decent season. I don't think he's going to be great. I think he's going to have a decent season. He's going to be a lot better than he was last year. So your list is no particular order. Daniel Jones. I got 2 on it. Kirk Cousins, Cam Newton, Jameis, Derek Carr, and Drew Lock. I missed somebody? Baker be on that list?
No.
So you think not would he be on that list? Do you think he is above that list? Like he's past? He's past that list. Okay.
Why do you feel Tua's on that list?
Why? Because, and I know it's too early to put him on that list, because I don't think that they're sold on him. I think they took the first round pick. They played him enough to get an idea what he was. They had to keep pulling him out of games and go to the bullpen in Fitzpatrick last year. I think that team thinks they're really close defensively. I think they think that they're really close offensively, and they proved it to themselves that the difference is the quarterback last year when they put Fitzpatrick in and they won games. And I don't think they're going to be very patient there. Did they make a mistake? I just think he was not just was he not impressive. I think he was underwhelming even for his rookie year coming off that injury, and I think he's got a ton to prove to that organization.
I think it's outrageous to put Tua right there, given the fact that he's rehabbing
that hip,
a serious hip injury. Didn't have an off season with the team. The problem is, and I get it, it's even for Dolphins fans, Tua is not just, they had to bench him. He's going to be compared to Justin Herbert.
No doubt.
And
no doubt.
Like, he could be successful.
And Joe Burrow, by the way.
Joe Burrow was number 1 overall pick, so he wasn't in.
He's going to be compared, but at one point, Tua was going to be the overall pick until you heard
because Herbert was the pick after Tua.
Right.
So that's the reality of it.
Okay, I'll give
Burrow
you that.
was the number 1 overall pick, so you didn't have a chance at him unless.
Fair enough.
And it's just seeing like, how quickly that guy is on, but you have to take a step back and realize the severity of that hip.
So I think that plays into the whole argument. I think the severity of that hip injury, and part of it is, is he ever going to be right? If he's not right a year and a half later, is he ever going to be right? Now, is this make or break? It might be. If he's horrible, I think it's break. If he's okay, then he gets another year. But I think that franchise really believes that division is opened up, that the Patriots are gettable, the Jets are still bad, and the Bills aren't great yet. I think they think that division is gettable. And I think they believe, and I don't think wrongfully so, that they're the quarterback difference away from being potentially champions of that division. I think everybody says the Bills are the best team in that division. That's probably right. But who's the second best team in that division? Who can get a wild card out of the division? And the Dolphins firmly believe that it can be them. They were the biggest surprise last year. Probably, right? I mean, as far as what you expected and where they ended up. They were contending until last week. And that's why I put him there. Is it unfair? It probably totally is unfair. But I think a big part of it is the health thing. He's got to prove that, that hip injury is something that he can recover from. He's got to make strides this year. Is it fair? Probably not. I just think that's the reality of this league.
And at the quarterback position, if you have the ability to get better, for sure. Much like we talked about, if quarterback X, i.e. Aaron Rodgers, is available, you make that move even if you do have that young quarterback. So that's kind of going just back to your point of the pressure that's on these guys. If someone for sure is available and you feel you're close as a team, just look at what San Francisco did. Now it's a different route. but they can be competitive with Jimmy Garoppolo. But the injuries, uncertainty, boom, here comes Trey Lance. Gunning for your job.
All right, 505-246-0610. Light us up. I'll get you emails when we come back. We'll wrap it up with you on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
A rogue virus. No jobs. Sky-high tuition debt. Life is trying to put our generation on the sidelines. But we refuse to just sit back and watch it pass us by. Instead, watch us fly ahead. Watch us overcome anything. Watch us rise. Watch us change our world. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Calling all football players, are you looking to develop your skills this season? It's never too late or too early to put in the work. Coach Carl Barrere and the Air Barrere program at 8 Grady's Performance Center provide comprehensive position training for aspiring football players at all levels. Whether you're looking to increase your speed, gain strength, or hone your skill, we train all positions with a team of experienced coaches who know what it takes to succeed at all levels from Yaffle to college. Check us out at 8gradys.com to learn more and sign up for training today.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green.
And keep the community green as well.
Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment.
You trash it,
We smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
Next in line.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. DCE Systems want to help schools reopen and keep students, teachers, and staff safe. New Mexico's distributor of no-valent Shield Plus, an antimicrobial hand sanitizer that lasts 24 hours. That's right, 24 hours. 1 liter will provide approximately 2,000 individual applications. Call Louis Ruffin today at 505-507-7722 or go to DCESystemsInc.com to learn more. DCE Systems is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend. Visit clarkspets.com.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened? Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
Car Crafters is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. Datacom is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. Datacom has portable AC units for rent. Application.
The Sports Animal.
Deutsch disagrees with JJ. This is a big loss for Ramit. I disagree, JJ. I'm not sure you can just plug in another running back for the first preseason games 2 weeks from Thursday. By the way, does Steph Cat know about Ramit? When time is right, she'll know. She knows about cardboard beds, and now she learned about the sex hotels in Japan and the 8x10 cardboard shields on the license plates.
And I have started to read on how fantasy football works.
Oh, what do you know?
Not much, but I know I need to start reading statistics on people so I can start teams.
Yeah, you just pull out the little cheat sheets and just check off the top when you draft, right? It's that easy, right, JJ?
It is.
It's been done that way.
It really is.
I mean, right? The toughest part is after the draft. The draft's easy.
Right, it seems like that's whenever the intense. You have to really stay up on their statistics, put players in. If you don't, they cut. You got a deadline.
Yeah, when guys get hurt, right? When guys get hurt, when they're not playing, you watch Sunday morning and you're like, okay, dude, is my guy playing? Is every week McCaffrey's hurt? And you wait till an hour before the game, and Adam Schefter comes out, and Christian McCaffrey's going to miss his 18th straight game. Damn it! All right, I got to plug this guy in. The issue is if the guy that you're not sure about is playing, let's say, on Monday night, and your backup plays on Sunday, then you got to make a call, because if he doesn't play Monday night, then you got no one to plug in. Does that make sense? Because your backup already played, and once he plays, you can't put him back in. Does that make sense? That's always the issue with fantasy football. Those damn Thursday night games right?
9 players rushed for over 1,000 yards last year.
One of them was not Cam Akers.
And one of them was a quarterback.
So you had 8 running backs hit 1,000 yards last year, that's it? Can I venture to start the guess? I don't even know that I'll get there, but I would guess Derrick Henry.
Ding!
I would guess Chubb.
Ding!
I would guess Jacobs from the Raiders.
Ding!
I would guess, I don't think Chris Carson did. Kamara? Alvin Kamara? No? Aaron Jones?
Yes.
Zeke did not. Antonio Gibson?
Nope.
Dalvin Cook?
Yes.
So I'm missing 3? I'm going to give up here in a second. I don't think Patriots. What was Jacksonville's guy? The kid who came out of nowhere. Is that one of them?
James Robinson.
That's what I'm thinking of. James Robinson. That was one. Did Miami have a guy they didn't? Buffalo didn't. Who are the other 2?
Jonathan Taylor.
Okay, from Indianapolis, rookie.
David Montgomery.
David Montgomery. I would not have got David Montgomery from the Bears. I wouldn't have got the other 2. So I got 6 out of them.
So really, my point is, losing Cam Akers is a bummer. It ain't derailing the Rams season.
Yeah, no, it stinks. And by the way, he was injured a lot last year. He had the rib injury. They've got Henderson. They've got Malcolm Brown.
Cam Akers, 13 games, rushed for 625 yards, 4.3 yards per clip. Right behind him, Darrell Henderson. 624 yards, 4.5 yards per clip.
And this is where they will find a running back. Your point's not wrong. They will find a running back, and they might even trade the Rams are not adverse to trading a 5th-round pick to go get a running back somewhere, right? If they feel they need one, and I don't know that they do. It's a loss. It's a tough loss for them. What was the guy from James Robinson? Is that what you told me from Jacksonville?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so the big news this morning, if you're just joining us, I don't know, this is big news. Aaron Rodgers rejected a contract extension a couple months ago that would have run him through 2015. I just don't know that that's huge news to anybody. And Zach Levine, Team USA, not on the plane to Tokyo. He's in COVID protocol. And the Rams' Cam Akers has a ruptured Achilles and will be out for the season most likely. Should Team USA consider? My answer is no, but I just saw this written somewhere. Not going to the Olympics and not playing basketball.
No.
I agree with you. I thought it was a silly question, but I was wondering what I was missing that the question would even be asked. Okay. I agree with you.
And you brought up earlier of credentialed people. You said the number was 67
Yeah.
that's reported so far. I would say, like, when and where did that happen?
And out of how many?
Athletes. Is it spreading? Like, those are all things you have to look at. Did they catch it before they got into the Olympic Village?
I think part of it's housekeeping and it's kitchen staff and it's security staff. It's people putting together the cardboard no sex
Can't
beds.
get to this point. And then like, oh, COVID's happening. We need to be careful.
Damn, who knew?
Well, what happened the last year? Were you not paying attention?
Well, I think also in the last year, as globally they saw a decline.
It wasn't going to be like, oh, 0 cases of people coming to one place from 206 different countries.
And I think that's the hard part too, right? You can only come in to Tokyo like 1 to 2 days before your event, and then you have to get right out. So you don't even have time to quarantine actually when you get there.
And there's no socializing. They're not eating in these mass halls. They're part of the Olympics, if you hear over the years, is the Olympic experience is kind of. I mean, Steph, we gave out a condom count last week or yesterday. Like they had a record number. The fact that they're counting how many condoms, and we had a record in the games 5 years ago, and they're only giving out like a third of the condoms this year. Like okay, that's just somehow discouraging fraternizing. I mean, what are we doing, right? What are we doing? But that's what this is all about, to stop the spread. So JJ's point's not wrong. Where you been, and how do you not have precautions? Now, I do believe the virus over the last month has taken a turn for the worse, where I think we all globally, and certainly in this country, thought we were pointing in the right direction. Now, I'm not sure Tokyo ever thought they were pointing in the right direction.
Yeah, Tokyo's had issues, but to be at this point and then be experiencing some speed bumps, but then go, oh, got to cancel it, got to pull the trigger. Did you not expect this to happen? Like some issues to pop up?
Thanks to Kyle Stapley, Lobo Center, who was with us. Jim Rome Show is next. The Herd with Colin Cowherd will follow that. Sports Bar this afternoon at 4. Trulio and Carlisle with local sports talk. And then the Isotopes and Sugarland Skeeters this afternoon or this evening at 5:45. Steph, great work. Thank you. Adrian, tell that guy sitting back with his feet up to get to work. Thanks for everything today. It's good to see you guys in the building. Big day today?
Oh, a huge day.
All right. Enjoy tomorrow, and I'll check in with you on Wednesday and Thursday. You got a big interview tomorrow. Award-winning radio tomorrow morning starting at 7 a.m. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.